Through the wire. What a great way to start this episode of STEM Research. Mike, love. Welcome, people. What's going on? Welcome to another episode of STEMmy STEMs, a special episode. I got the jersey. I found it. I don't even have to find things because stuff is just where it is. So today's episode of STEM Research, song tracks, essential music, and a little bit of research. Normally on this show, we take some of the greatest songs ever recorded and we break them down into their multitracks. We go into Logic Pro and we listen to a song and break it down track by track. And guess what? We're not doing that today. We're doing something different. I had an idea a while back when the Jeen-Yuhs documentary dropped on Netflix. I said, you know what? I want to do a episode of STEM Research, but I want to break down this interview that I did with Kanye West 19 years ago. Oh my God. That was forever ago. 2003, September 21st to be exact. So, right in the beginning of Kanye West's career, obviously it's 2022 and he is easily one of the most polarizing artists in music. You either love him or you hate him. You love his music, you hate his music. You love what he stands for and what he says. Sometimes you can't stand him, or maybe like Kanye stands are like LeBron stands. I'm just going for whatever he does and whatever he says and whatever he puts out in the world. There are some people that are just like, that's my favorite rapper of all time, Kanye West. And back in 2003, there's absolutely no way any of us, including himself, and you'll see that in the interview. Well, actually, you won't see it. Here's the thing. Unlike Cootie of Cootie and Chike, and shout out to him for giving me a little shine in the Jeen-Yuhs documentary. Let me put that on the screen. All right. So a couple of months ago, the Kanye West, or actually not even a couple of months ago, it's maybe a month and some change, the Kanye West documentary Jeen-Yuhs drops on Netflix. And as you can see from the picture, that's the jersey, bro. I got it on now. Why was I wearing a Lakers jersey? First of all, it's 2002 when they filmed that part of, because that was one of the day that I filmed the interview is the following year, and Kanye's even bigger. When they filmed this, he was a guest speaker at the WGCI Music Seminar, the station that I worked for at the time. I did 6 to 10, the night show from 1997 to 2007, Mike Love and the Diz. So, in 2002, when this segment was filmed for the documentary, obviously that's right in the heart of the Jersey era, baby. You pull out your jersey and your matching shoes, and I had the matching Air Force Ones. Nobody had ever seen purple and gold Air Force Ones, at least nobody in Chicago. So I stunted on them with the Laker Air Force Ones that are like purple. Normally I'm prepared for everything and will show you guys every single thing. I'm not going to show you the shoes. But I bought this Laker jersey to stunt with the purple, and so they're purple leather with a gold swoosh. Just follow me, Air Force Ones. I found them. Some guy was selling a whole lot of rare Air Force Ones, and I was like, I can't wait to the music seminar to come out. And sure enough, so on that day, I had the Laker jersey, I had the headband. And these are screenshots that people took. I don't take pictures. Well, I do, if necessary. But obviously people saw me on Jeen-Yuhs and was like, oh my God, I'm literally on there for a second. But again, shout out to Cootie for throwing the G a bone. The other screenshot, where is it? And it was like just a whole bunch of screen, like people taking pictures of their TV. All right, so that's a young Mike Love, circa '03. And I said this in a previous episode. The proudest I was when my daughter Trinity texted me and was like, because she was born in 2000, so that means she was 2 when this happened. So much of my GCI days, like, they mean nothing to her because she was literally a baby. Like, I can barely remember that. Like, oh, you met Kanye West one time? No, fam. I kind of introduced Kanye West to the radio. So, I meet Kanye West in 1999. Let's go back to the other picture. All right, that's kind of cool with the picture of the TV. Look, I took a picture of my TV. Mike Love, you're dapping up Kanye. Anyway, I just want to, I guess the difference between old me with the glasses, the young beard, the bearded FG, and, obviously young me on the screen. So, yeah, that's that. Okay, we don't have to leave that. I met Kanye in 1999. By 2000, 2001, he and his group, the Go-Getters, were coming up to WGCI to do freestyles, hang out. I really believed in him. I was actually introduced to Kanye by a guy from Chicago named Happy. Happy was a promoter. He's a DJ now and was a part of Hustle Period. Hustle Period, or Hustle, was John Monopoly, Don C, Happy. They were promoters and managers, artist managers and promoters. And they threw some of the hottest parties in Chicago. And they were part of Kanye's management team. They helped to put out his first record, OOO, which was him and the Go-Getters. Right? So I got behind that. I supported that as much as I could. I didn't make decisions on how songs got on the radio, but I met Kanye through Happy. I was out at the club one night, and Happy is like, there's this guy, Kanye West. He, what was he? He had just got a placement on Jermaine Dupri's album. And that was a pretty big deal. That was a pretty big deal in 1998. For someone who was a Chicago producer to have his name as the producer of major artists like Jermaine Dupri on his first album, Life in 1472, or whatever the name of that album was. Shout out to Jason Goff, who has the encyclopedia memory and can remember all of those things. Normally, I remember all things music, except the name of Jermaine Dupri albums. 1492, it wasn't 1492 because that's the year that the ship sailed, the Nina, the Pinta, and the Santa Maria, if I'm not mistaken. Anyway, let's fast forward to 2003, and I want to play, before I go into that. So again, this episode is me breaking down the interview, right? So I put a mixtape out. In 2003. That's not it. That's the world record holders. I did a series of mixtapes called The Mike Love Show. The world record holders is Kanye put a compilation out in around 2000-ish, promoting all of the music that he either produced or was on. And it was a lot of really dope music. That CD is actually on Discogs. And I think I'm the person that put it into, because I'm the only person that, I'm not the only person that had a copy of it, but I sold my copy on eBay and somebody put it up on Discogs. Anyway, world record holders with a whole bunch of people that were brand new in the game. Mickey, and Miss Chris, his sister. I'm trying to think some of the other producers. I can't offhand because I'm an idiot. All right, so let me go through the mixtapes. All right, so this is the mixtape that I actually put out in 2004, right around the time that College Dropout dropped. We recorded the interview for this mixtape that ended up being called The Interview, because when I went into the studio with Kanye on that day, September 21st, or was that the date? I'm sorry. I got to pull it up on my phone again. Yep, September 21st, 2003. I just want to get Kanye on a Mike Love Show mixtape. And by this time, I had been doing mixtapes for about 2 years. He was a fan of the mixtapes, and, but he was busy between New York and Los Angeles doing beats and rapping. He wasn't, the College Dropout wasn't out yet because that doesn't come out until 2004. He's trying to put the College Dropout together. So the interview, the mixtape, is little snippets of the interview that I recorded on this day. The only way I got Kanye to do this is because he was a guest at the WGCI music seminar. And right after the music seminar, I arranged through Don C or John for Kanye to come up to the studio at WGCI. We go into one of the side studios and record an interview. And that's exactly what we did. And one of the people that was in the studio that day, and this CD is on Discogs if you want to check out the track listing. It's actually under the official. So if you go on in Kanye West, I'm pretty proud of this. I'm proud of, I've done some things in my lifetime. I've done some things. And if you go to Kanye West on Discogs, this mixtape is listed under the Kanye West discography, and I think that's kind of cool. So whoever on Discogs, the people that make that kind of decision, because it's not all Kanye West. It's some Kanye West songs, some unreleased stuff, some remixes that I did, and a whole bunch of other songs surrounding it. Kind of like the mixtapes that I used to do, just hot music of the era in 04. So for somebody to go, this belongs in the Kanye West discography, it actually does, and I'm glad that somebody decided to do that. So what I want to do before I go into the interview, because that's what I was about to say about Cootie, and y'all know I always bring my points around. I'll make my point, I'll lose my point, and I'll bring it back. This is an audio interview. Back in the day, I wasn't walking around with a camera. I was walking around with audio equipment because I worked in radio. There was not, now in radio, there is definitely a space for video and, the ability to be seen. Back then, it was 100% audio, all audio. We weren't online. There was obviously social media was at its beginning stages. There was no YouTube at this time, so there was really no need for me to document everything on camera like Cootie was doing. Shout out to Cootie, who was documenting everything. So I said to myself, how can I bring this interview alive? I was just going to upload it on YouTube and be like, here's a 45-minute Kanye interview that you've never heard that goes through a whole lot of, back and forth and me indignantly standing on whatever it is I stand on, stubbornness. And then I said, no, I'm gonna give it a video. I'm gonna give it the Mike Love, stamp of approval and make it something. It's still gonna be on YouTube because everything I do on STEM research goes on YouTube. But why not give it a video surrounded in video-ness, right? There's no way that I can go back in time and film this and put videos to it. And yeah, I could have dropped some pictures, but I said, no, I'll do it on STEM research. I'll do some commentary with it. And that way you'll get the 47-minute interview that you've never heard before. And you'll also get interaction and response from me and something that I think is important, which is an interview with a good friend of mine, a gentleman by the name of Lee Johnson, who was in the room on that day. And there is, you got to understand, Kanye West is a billionaire now. Don C works, does his thing for Nike and design. is just the designer of the world. John Monopoly, Happy, everybody is going on to do these bigger and greater things. And for the most part, except for social media, I don't have any contact with them. However, my man Lee Johnson, who was in the room on that day, worked for WGCI, and I called him up on Zoom, and I'm going to get his perspective on what happened in the room that day, and we're going to play the interview. So let's go to this interview with my man Lee Johnson on Zoom that I did a couple of weeks ago. And then we'll get into the interview Mike Love and Kanye West never heard before in your life. I'm being joined by my man Lee Johnson. I'm recording this for a very special episode of STEM Research, and I'm so glad that he could join me. Could you please break down who you are, sir, and what you do in the industry?
Man, well, I'm Lee Johnson, given the name Young Lee by Mike Love some time ago, but I started as an intern at GCI, and from there, hosted the Mix Show with Tifa for a while, produced Crazy Howard Show and Tony Schofield Show, some of the best times of my life. From there, I went to Atlantic Records, where I worked with like T.I., Jay-Z, Trey Songz, Flo Rida, several other artists. From there, I went to Epic, worked with Empire Distribution as well, and now I'm currently at Warner Records, where we have artists like Wale, Sweetie, who else? Popcorn, a lot of the OVO stuff. OVO has a label deal with Warner, so still working records, man, just pushing records up the charts.
Incredible. All right, so I got to get this date. I got to pull this date up on my phone because I am not only am I the STEM research guy, I'm the king of fucking research, right? Like research is my thing. So you stepped foot in GCI, you said in 2002.
Yep.
Right? All right. So on this date, and this is the actual date of the music seminar, it was 9/21/03. So 9 is what, September?
Yeah.
January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September. I literally have to count on my fingers. September 21st, 2003 is the date that I recorded the interview for the interview.
Yeah.
I put out the CD in 2004 after recording this interview as Kanye was blowing up. And I had been trying to get Ye. And the main reason that I'm doing this special STEM research is because of the Jeen-Yuhs documentary. Did you watch that?
No, I haven't. I have not.
You like me, bro?
Yo, I haven't. And I've been meaning to, but right. I'm in a weird place with Ye, man. So I haven't sat down with it. You know?
Okay. So I think we all are in our own special way, and that's a good place to start. Like, when I saw the initial trailer that Kuti and Chike were putting together this documentary on Kanye, and it was going to be a 3-parter, I was like, oh, I'm going to watch that eventually. Yeah, that looks like good viewing. That's classic. I remember the days of Kuti and the camera. I mean, we were all there. We were all around that. Yep. So I'm looking forward to that. One day, on day one of the fucking documentary, I get an inbox and a screenshot that I'm in the bitch. And now I gotta watch them. Like I gotta watch it. You know what I'm saying? Like I was gonna watch it in my own leisure, in my own time, like weeks, maybe months in.
Right.
I'm never in a hurry to watch anything on Netflix. Let's be honest, bro. I'll get to it when I get to it.
Do that.
But now I'm getting text messages and inboxes, DMs every day, and congratulatories for my 1-second cameo. Shout out to Kuti in the footage, man. So I'm like, fuck, I gotta watch this.
Right.
So, since Kanye is always in top of mind, I got to thinking, about the day that this interview was recorded in one of the side studios in GCI.
Yeah.
And oddly enough, you were in the room that day like a fly on the wall. You were
Yeah.
just always everywhere, soaking everything up. And you
Yeah.
also were not kind of, like you were in Kanye's circle for a minute.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
like so many of us were.
No, it's crazy you say soaking up game because I can remember a lot of times. I remember specifically one time you and Beyonce having a radio business kind of disagreement, just seeing things from two different ways. And she was like, "Yo, man, you gonna just do this all in front of Lee?" And you like, "Yo, Lee is cool. He just soaking up game. He just chilling, just picking up game." And I literally was like, I didn't have enough to speak intelligently about a lot what was going on at the time, but I was fortunate enough to have folks like you and even the Elroys and Tiffany Greens and Beyonce's and just the folks that kind of just let me hang around, and I appreciated that. And that was one of the coolest days just to hang around because coming out back after the seminar it was a lot of activity and you and I can remember one time specifically how me and Phantom got so close is because a little bit after R. Kelly, he did his first interview on GCI, and Tiff Green cleared the studio, like cleared the building, like nobody can be in here doing this interview. And so that's how I kind of felt things were. And so when you were open and you embraced me, you like, "Yo, nah, you cool, dude. Just come on in and chill." And so I really appreciated that. And that went a long way to help me in my career.
And of course, like piggybacking on that, when you say Beyonce, you're talking about Beyonce Fox. I was not having I was not having a disagreement with Beyonce Knowles, and you was like you was in the room. I just want to make sure that people, are clear on that. Like Mike Love is arguing with Beyonce Knowles, bro.
Right. This was a professional disagreement too. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah. Fox and I were always going back and forth, still are to this day on the socials. So here we are, September 21st, 2003. I think I said it was the 21st. And you're in the room as I'm doing this interview. Now, are you familiar with, are you cool with, because in that time, the circle is Don C, Happy, John, John Monopoly to the rest of the world. GLC was there also in the circle. Jua and some other people were in the room. What was your relation to Ye and to the people in the room at that time?
My relationship was always more so with the people in the room, the happies of the world, even the Johns. And GL, I just saw him last month in LA at the Yeezus screening. I went to the Yeezus, the screening he did out there in LA. So I was still coming up at that time and just running around in the clubs and actually, the producers, the lines, like the No IDs of the world. And my homie Bugs, they were doing a lot of work with Ye, and they were always in that camp. So my connection was more so to them, and then Ye would be around from time to time.
Okay. So, and I always remember you speaking of Bugs. Y'all cousins, or y'all just were close and just you were like,
Yeah,
were you underneath them trying to learn how to do beats? Like, what was your connection to Bugs?
that's like my brother. But we actually met at the GCI block party. Remember, GCI used to do the block parties, and we were out doing a block party in front of George's music room. And we had Mario on the show one time, and he had produced the TJ Windy City Live beat, the Windy City record. And so I just met him there, and we just connect through a mutual friend, and we've been locked in ever since. But he really grew up and had that relationship with Ye even to this day.
Yeah, to this day. To this day, if you go to Bugs's IG, he's always posting certifications for platinum, gold, and platinum records. I'm like, man, you talk
Yeah,
about day ones. Yeah, he definitely has some day ones around him, and Bugs is a great example of that.
yeah. I'm really proud of him. He's doing his thing. It's when you see somebody really put the preparation, the time in, and just be prepared when the moment called, and he's really done that. So
So this is recorded in September of '03. And in the interview, we're talking about the fact that I didn't like Through the Wire. So I was like, man, I don't like the song. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna blow up, et cetera, et cetera. So that's '03. So by '04, I'm at the Kanye video shoot that I got kicked off of because
Yeah.
of my comments towards Stacey Dash.
Right.
That's right before the album dropped.
Mm-hmm.
But Jesus Walks is already a song by then. Now, Jesus Walks is only a snippet when we recorded the interview, because it was a snippet on one of the mixtape that he put out.
Okay.
So, but I but Jesus Walk, but because I'm thinking Jesus Walks has to be after All Falls Down because of how large the video was.
Yeah, I definitely remember Jesus Walks being after All Falls Down and All Falls Down being the second single. That's what
Okay. That's what I'm saying. It was like you was disagreeing with me.
No. I'm agreeing with you.
Okay.
I'm agreeing.
Oh, you was checking to see if I.
Yeah. I was checking about, the video might have been shot, but Jesus Walks was definitely out before All Falls Down, as I remember.
Jesus Walks, the video or the song?
The song.
Okay, right. The video was afterwards, after All Falls Down.
Okay.
Because the Milk guy did it. But again, back to that room and the interview that day. The energy, the vibe, you remember it just being you said you remember his clothes, or you remember exactly what he was wearing, or kind of his fashion choices for that era.
An orange hat and a green shirt, and then some fresh shoes. But I just remember being like orange and green, that's what I remember.
This is a picture from that day. I have to put it close to the.
Got you. Yeah. So I'm accurate. Okay. All right, let's go, memory. Let's go.
So he's got the orange hat on and the green shirt.
Yeah.
I didn't remember that I'm that much taller. I'm like, damn, bro, I'm kind of towering over him. But yeah, I think we all have. But I think another thing that people will hear in this interview, and that one of the things that was catching me off guard a little bit in the interview, is how he was starting to blow up and how his ego was starting to blow up. It was like all of those things that he was manifesting were happening. So he manifested this whole Through the Wire thing, and the team helped to make that happen. And that's one of the things that I talked about on Jason Goff's podcast, that I didn't really see people taking from the documentary. And it's almost like you had to kind of be an insider to understand the importance of John, the importance of Don C, the importance of Happy and everybody else, Bugs, us, Ferris, all of the importance of all of those people believing in Ye, getting behind Ye. Yeah. Hell, shit, what happened? What was the name of that? At Isaac Hayes, when my man tried to jump.
The name's gonna come while we talking.
My man,
is day.
Payroll.
Payroll.
Rest in peace.
Yeah.
Payroll tried to do Kanye at Isaac Hayes, a story that hasn't really been told. And niggas for Kanye broke Payroll's leg, beat his ass in the spot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I did hear about that. Yeah. That was brewing too. Like this was this thing, like, and I feel like, when Kanye was talking about they said can't come back home. Last time I heard that, when I was back home, like I feel like that was I could be wrong, but that type of stuff was like going on during that time. It was brewing.
Right.
You were almost kind of like, oh shit, he's back, he's doing stuff. Oh man, who rolling up? Like, is it gonna happen now, or is it coming to a head?
Yeah, and it came to a head and a broken leg, but I mean, so yeah, man, the interview in its entirety, but I wanted to. I was like, there's nobody. Lee, young Lee. Back when you was a braided up G, you had the cornrows. You was a youngster.
Yo,
The
like 20.
flowing, the flowing 3XTs, the whole you dig, bro.
Yeah. It was all that. It was all that.
It was some good times though, man. I'm glad that we remain in contact and close and tight over the years, bro.
Yeah.
And I appreciate you taking time out, man, just to give me some insight on where you are with Kanye today and where you were back then. Any other thoughts or words you want to add before we jump into the interview?
No, I'm actually looking forward to hearing it, because I just remember thinking, and I don't know if it was this interview or another one, but I remember thinking like, man, the passion and the drive is just different, and I because coming up and trying to get into it and be a producer and be around the music business, like there's a lot that comes with it. There's a lot of man, is you have to be extremely resilient, and on top of that, there's some luck with it too, which is why I was saying kind of about Bud. When you see somebody prepare like that, prepare, but then there has to be a moment where it all connects. And sometimes you have really talented people that have as much passion and drive, and they just don't get that connection, for whatever reason. But to see it kind of all come together for him to not just be a great producer or a artist that pop, like we talking about international, one of the largest people in the world and one of the wealthiest, you know what I'm saying? To see that from the incubator stage is tripped out.
All right, let's jump into it. It's the interview.
All right, so you know how I like to do it, right?
How's that?
Do I want to? You need me to give you like some direction with it, or just? I mean,
Yeah.
basically, man, what I need is just not just like something that's just like run of the mill, like yo, this Kanye West, and I'm hosting a mixtape with my nigga Mike Love. You know what I'm saying? It's like just be you and like share some of you with this shit, like what you going through to like put the album out. You know what I'm saying? When it's coming out, and you hosting the joint. I mean, if I gotta, it's always good to have the CDs in front of you. So
you want to ask me any questions and shit to like
we can kind of do that, but I want more of a. I mean, I just like it to be more. I mean, we can do that.
How was Twisted?
You ain't heard it? The CD? Oh, okay. I mean, it was just like all other ones, just like the host just come on and talk shit. Check. Damn, this mic hot as hell. 1, 2. One, two. Oh, this is that mic. Check. 1, 2.
All right. Because, GLC on it. Heavy hitters.
Check. Yeah.
That ain't out yet. Okay. All right. So that's always nice.
That could always work. Check.
Let me tell you how slow jams is. I got a mixtape out right now that I couldn't even put it on my mixtape.
Like the DJs in Puerto Rico gonna be mad when they see Kanye West slow jams, Jamie Foxx and Twist, and it's not on there. It's on the playlist.
It's on what playlist?
But it's Academics mixtape.
For the new one.
Oh, okay. It's on
It's
the
on the playlist.
right,
But
but
then
it's
they
not
told
on
me
there.
we couldn't put it on there.
That's crazy.
Who is it?
That's
When they
Don
get to it,
C's
just say,
voice.
you are listening to the Academics mixtape.
Oh, okay. That's what y'all was talking about in New York when
Yeah,
you were
like,
saying
I
like you had to take something off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember that conversation. I remember that. I was there.
All
I
right,
was
so
in NY.
Don C, GLC, Kanye West, kind of in the
So
background.
we just gonna do like an interview type of thing.
first, and then I'm gonna have you like do some drops, like yo, this your man Kanye West, woo woo woo, yeah, etc.
Okay.
etc.
I'm ready.
Okay, yo, it's the Mike Love Show, the movement. We doing it up real big for the shy, like we do every time. Finally got my man, the host of Joint, Kanye West. What's up, fam?
I'm hard now. I'm here.
So it's good to have you on the show, man, on the mixtape and everything, man. What you been up to, man? I know you working hard trying to get this CD off the ground.
Man, I ain't doing shit, just signing autographs and shit, shutting down malls, you know.
You doing it real big and sexy. Hold on. The whole family is up in here. It's the Mike Love Show, the movement. This hustle period is up in here. Don C is up in here. Man, John Monopoly up in here. Jua up in here. GLC up in here. And the star of the show, Kanye West, the man himself. What's up with you, man?
Man, everything right now, dog.
So you working on that new CD, the College Dropout, man. How's that coming?
Man, my main problem with I don't want to like release a double CD off my first joint, but I'm just coming up with new songs like every day, new concepts. So my main problem is trying to pick out what I'm gonna use for the album.
Right.
I got the singles ready to go. We got this one Lauryn Hill joint. We trying to get clear right now.
That one is crazy.
If I get that, it's gonna be out of here regardless.
Right.
But just make it that much easier.
So what would happen if this song, if the sample didn't get clear? Is that gonna take away from the big picture of what you're trying to do?
It's just plan B at that point. But we got other records to back it up.
No doubt.
You know what I'm saying? So.
But you feel real strongly about this one.
Yeah.
I heard the song. What is the name of the joint again?
Some people call it Self-Conscious. Some people call it Falls Down. Some people call it the Lauren joint. I ain't did the playlist yet.
Right. So you really
I be on some different shit. I was thinking about titling all the songs by whoever's on it. Like if Twist on, I was call it the Twister joint.
That would be
That's
hot.
what everybody call the song when they listen to it. They
that
don't
would be
call
hot.
It by the real title.
Or you could do what black folks do. You could call it Cut 7 if it's Cut 7 or Cut 10. That would be hot. It wouldn't be hot, but it would be different.
Yeah, I don't know if it'd be hot though.
No, it would be different, but it would be just as different as that idea that you had, man. So
so you saying it'd be equally as whack as my idea?
See, you reading into my words. But no, me and Kanye go back a little bit. He been doing his thing since the Go Getter thing.
Yeah, since you used to get in trouble for playing a record because they wouldn't let you spin it.
Right. See,
we used to be excited as hell. He'll play like a piece of a beat before the commercial break. I'll be
Remember that?
Call my mom like, there go the beat.
And it was like in between, but it's like the whole way radio works, man, and it's like the game that you learned as the years have gone on is that you just got to get in where you fit in, and if they wasn't gonna put the song in rotation, we had to just drop it in wherever we could.
Yeah.
Whether it was playing it 5 nights a week on home jams or just dropping a little piece of in between the commercials, it was crazy. It was crazy, man.
I see people right now just trying to, with their first record, they be so frustrated. I just remember being that right there. And the records I got now is way better than
Right.
So I can't complain. Definitely wasn't fucking with like the records y'all was playing, like More Money, More Problems, and Been Around the World remix and shit. So,
is that something that you think you saw? Did you see that then, or do you see that now?
Man, I knew that shit wasn't as cold as Bad Boy back then.
Right.
But I was trying to just do, man, we from Chicago. You should play it.
Right. So what would you say that you learned since then? Like you just said something that was interesting. Like, man, we from Chicago, man. Y'all should just play it. Y'all should, man. How come Mike Love and Diz can't throw that on? So when you run into that kind of, and then into them kind of walls with artists nowadays, and they coming at you the same way, you know, how do you react?
Man, I show everybody from Chicago love. You know what I'm saying? Like, say, like if I charge whatever I charge for a beat, I charge them half for a beat. The problem be if I charge them half, it's like you give a nigga an inch, they want to take a mile.
Right.
Well, nigga, if you charging, I know, dog, you just knocked off $30,000 off your price, but can you just knock another $5 off?
Right.
Like, damn, I can't pay for that. You know what I'm saying? But niggas got to realize this is a business I'm running here. I ain't giving tracks away for free.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? But I feel like if it could benefit me, I will. You know what I'm saying? Like, if a nigga is heating up the street, it's like crazy, I want to be a part of that.
Right. I heard you say something about Bumpy Johnson at the music seminar.
Oh, yeah. We definitely got to play a Bumpy Johnson joint. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Sly.
For sure. Him and Sly is like doing their thing, man. They just like coming up with this crew that they been hot. They've been grinding in the street, but now they really starting to get a lot of notice on the underground tip.
Yeah. I mean, them niggas, I mean, I just want to be a part of it.
Right.
So niggas won't forget me when they blow up. You know what I'm saying?
See, that's the same. That's the same thing we was doing. It was like, okay, let's be a part of this whole go-getters thing, you know, so these niggas will know, like, when they blow up.
Because if you know somebody finna be hot, you know what I'm saying, you want get in where you fit in so they'll remember you, you know what I'm saying? Especially if you're in a situation where you could do something to possibly help them out.
Right. That's exactly, I mean, what you're saying is exactly what I was doing.
Like Jay-Z ain't never forget Clark Kent.
Right.
He the one introduced him to Biggie.
No doubt.
So
no
now
doubt.
it's vice versa, and he can help him out on it. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. So right now the album. So you Kanye saying now forget you're me? doing all these
I don't
tracks
think so.
for the
Yeah.
College Dropout.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe not.
Is where is the album now? Is it in the process of like getting Rockefeller to look at putting it out?
Well, you know, I had to take some measures into my own hands. So basically, Hustle took it into their own hands. First of all, after the accident, I'm paying like thousands and thousands. Like my hospital bills was like at least 20 out of my own pocket.
Yeah, we seen you paying cash in the video.
That's why I did that.
That was real.
Cause
That's
like
real.
you know, I had my business managers was fucked up. I had them deaf-dumb business managers, and they ain't had the right type of insurance for me.
Right.
So I had to pay a lot of that insurance outright. I had to pay for the Lexus that I totaled.
Right.
I had to drop 40 on that at the time. Like I just did a song deal for Def Jam. I thought I was gonna be straight for Christmas and shit.
Right.
Like I dropped 40 on that. Then I had to turn around and drop 35 on the video. Then I paid for all the T-shirts.
Right.
Then I paid for all this shit that the label's supposed to be paying for. Only thing that was unfortunate with me, I'm doing all this type of shit to build my name up. But if I did this without being signed,
Right.
then niggas who came to me and had to give me a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? Because I heated up so much.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like T.I. did so much on his own.
Right.
And niggas had to bring
They
him the
had
right
to
type
bring-
of deal.
they
You know what I'm
had
saying?
to
Or a
bring the
little
paper
flip,
to the
whatever.
table.
And the thing is, on Def Jam, that's what you gotta do. You gotta self-promote. You gotta make motherfuckers recognize you. Like Joe Budden's had Clue burning his records all the
Right.
time.
Right.
And that's like I had you and Ferris to man, can I say that on your mixtape?
You can say Ferris, man,
I-
for sure. We've mended past
Okay.
broken fences, and you know we
So,
working together in
you and-
unity in the city.
And,
It's a beautiful
my
thing.
heavy hitter family, Ferris, break the Through the Wire record. That's the reason why I did the video, because y'all broke it here, and then
Right.
people in Chicago was like, we really like that. Wait a second. Nigga, you said that you ain't like Through the Wire, and you said I would
Absolutely
be.
right.
You was like, nigga, that's
What
a
did I
record you
say?
gonna look back in your life and be like, man, why did I do that?
All right, so this is a pivotal part of the interview. Kanye bringing up the fact that I said that I didn't like Through the Wire, or really it was kind of a situation where we were getting ready to play Through the Wire on Chicago Home Jams. We had the song first. We came on from 6 to 10. We, meaning Mike Love and the Diz. We were on from 6 to 10. Don C brings the original CDR, the CD burn, of the original version of Through the Wire, where Kanye is literally rapping through the wire. And he says, the hospital where Biggie Smalls died, or something. Like it's the original version of the song. And I put it in the CD to play it. And Tiffany Green, who was our music director, assistant PD at the time, is in the studio, and she's like, ugh, y'all gonna play that? So I kind of was like, nah, listen to the song. And it's like, so, I was kind of influenced, but I wasn't really a fan of it. It was all right, but it was like, eh. So I think, that's basically what a lot of that was. So that's why S.T.E.M research. That's why this interview is on S.T.E.M research, is so I can like jump in and give some today perspective that I didn't give when we were doing the interview back in 2003. And I still feel that. I'm not going to sit here and change. Believe me, because you're sitting in my face, I'm not going to change my perspective. I respect the fact that that's a record that you feel like changed your life. Like you went through a life-changing experience, and then you made a record about it. But just like you look, first of all, we all in our lives look back on shit. Like you look back at the Go Getters record and be like, it was all right. It wasn't going up against nothing hot.
Yeah.
But that's what I meant, is that you're going to look back at that record and be like, man, that's the record. Because after you achieve so much success and you always gonna feel what you feel, and you always gonna believe in what you believe in, and you will look back at it and say, I believe in it, but I don't think you're gonna look at it the same way you look at it now, which is like, man, I put a whole lot of something into that. I still believe that, and I still stick behind that.
No, I think it was ingenious because look, man, I'm gonna play all sides of the fence. I'm gonna be the manager, the artist, the producer. No disrespect to John Monopoly Hip Hop.
Yeah.
Thank y'all very much.
Hustle period.
But what I'm saying is that's marketing genius to say, nigga, you almost died, nigga. Almost dying. That's the number one thing that sell records and shit. Nigga, you almost died. You got to be a superstar. Get your ass in that studio. That's why I'm talking to myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, get your ass in that studio.
I feel you.
And then, as far as I could have came out with any type of record that I felt like was more of a hit, I got a joint with Ludacris on the hook. You know what I'm saying? But for one spin of Through the Wire, it's like 100 spins of a record where people don't understand you. That record right there is selling the Kanye West story. That's like a magazine article for 3 minutes with music behind it on the radio. So if I could pull that off,
I completely understand the fact that you're trying to set up a story, but at the same time, where does the story end and you move on to the next point? That's all I was saying.
That's the next single.
What?
I can't tell y'all that right now.
Oh man, now
I'm having deja vu right now as we speak.
About what?
Man, what happened in this deja vu? I'm thinking you was there. Fuck it though. Let's keep it moving though.
Right, we keep it moving. We keep it moving. And that's the thing about being an artist, man. At the end of the day, the bottom line is you got to believe in what you're doing, and you got to convince people around you. And that's one thing I got to give up to you, whether it's Through the Wire or whatever you're working, man. You believe in your music, you believe in yourself, and you're gonna keep pushing it until it gets through. And when the video came out, it was no way. I mean, I heard Through the Wire, I was like, yeah, it's cool. We're gonna put it on the mixtape, whatever. But, you know, when the video came and all of that, it was like, man, let's get behind this. Let's show this cat some love. Let's let people know that they can vote for the video on BET. And that's what it's all about, man. That's really what's up.
So that's Chicago love, because everybody out here, Mike Love, still don't like Through the Wire, but still he played it. So he was playing it for our benefit. So that's a good thing and a bad thing. That means that he don't have a good ear on one end, but on the other end, that means that he show love and shit. But that's cool,
I missed one song and I ain't got no ear. I mean, the cool thing about this conversation too is we get to air out some of like our little, not even beefs, but like little grievances of things that I've said and I've done, and you get to say what's on your mind, which is cool, man. Because
I mean, when you told me I was in the hospital and they had just unwired my mouth that day, and that's the same like when bad shit happened to me, it happens in threes and shit, like, or maybe twos or whatever. When one of my artists had signed with a record label, he called me. He said, "Yo, I want to sign with this record label." And at the same time, I'm holding the phone. My landlord came up and evicted me for having too many people at my crib.
Right.
So when I was in LA, I was talking to you. And right before I talked to you, they unwired my mouth. And as he's unwiring the mouth, the doctor, he looked and he started sweating. He said, it's getting hot in here. I said, what's going on? What's going on? I mean, your jaw's not in the right place.
All right. So obviously I was wrong about Through the Wire, and I'm stubborn and will stand on whatever I'm standing on. Even, I mean, who knew? I didn't, obviously. But my point that I want to make is that Kanye is a very interesting storyteller in the sense that he made me a part of something that I was not necessarily a part of to kind of make the story, because he told the exact same story on his album, his debut album that came out in 2004 on a song called Last Call. And here is the snippet of that exact same story.
Back home, man, I'm just in Chicago. I'm trying to do my thing. You know, I got groups, I got acts. I'm trying to get on, and like wasn't nothing really like popping off the way it should have been. One of my homies, that was one of my artists, he got signed, but it was supposed to really go through my production company, but he ended up going straight with the company. So like I'm straight holding the phone, getting the bad news that dude was trying to leave my company, and I got evicted at the same time. So I went down there and tracked the beats from him. I took that money, came back, packed all my shit up in a U-Haul, maybe about 10 days before I had to actually get out. So I didn't have to deal with the landlord because he's a jerk.
Me and my mother drove
Come on, let's just go.
Newark, New Jersey. I hadn't even seen my apartment. I mean, when I pulled up,
Kanye, baby,
I unpacked
yeah.
all my shit. You know, we went to IKEA. I bought a bed. I put the bed together myself. I loaded up all my equipment, and the first beat I made was Heart of the City.
So that's that's Kanye West in a nutshell. Is he told the exact same story, and I was like, man. So when it's funny because when College Dropout came out, I was like, damn, where's the part about me? Where's the part about? It was the same first two things. He was talking to Mickey was the artist. Mickey was the artist that was supposed to sign with Mickey signed to Cash Money, but it was supposed to be through Kanye, and Mick eventually said screw Kanye, and well, not screw him, but he just signed directly to the label, and obviously never came out. But he told that story, and then he told the story about getting evicted, and then I'm on the phone. Like, it's just amazing that I was a part of that same story. So that's why we're doing this interview on S.T.E.M research, so I can break it down and show you some of the bizarre things about the way Kanye West remembered things and his deja vu.
So we found out they wired my mouth up wrong and shit, and I never seen him since that day. Like, he left and shit. Like,
Who,
on
the
some
doctor?
The doctor left. Like,
You couldn't even sue him for malpractice.
And
He
then
was
I'm on the
gone.
phone with you in pain with my mouth on wire. You like, yo, man, the program director don't like the record. I don't like the record. I think you're gonna be sorry you ever made this record. So it was like two bad things in a row, though. But at the end of the day, anybody out there, let the listeners judge whether or not they like the record
No
through
doubt.
the wire and that. You know what I'm saying?
And at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. But you know, please let us not sit here and act like our relationship is based on this one song, even though that, see, I feel your passion for this song, so it's like, it's almost like you saying to me that
if it was
our
based on
relationship is based on this one song.
No, I wasn't saying that. I was just trying to just show everybody out there that you ain't like that song.
Right, but you know, Go Getters and every other record that you touched, you know, you got my support 110%.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, if we don't support Through the Wire, be damned. Be damned. I am damned for not supporting Through the Wire, but let me say that I support Kanye West to the dirt before.
All right, so one of the things that I my story, and this is some Eckhart Tolle, a new earth. My story at the time and continued all the way into the 2020s was that my relationship was fucked up because my relationship with Kanye West was fucked up because I didn't support Through the Wire, which was the song that basically put him on the map. So, and he don't fuck with me because of that. That was my story. That was my story then, and it was my story. But the reality of all of that is that's not the case, because I was backstage at Kanye concerts in the 2010s. I was on the set of Kanye video shoots in the 2000s. So if he really stopped fucking with me because I didn't support Through the Wire, then he would have just cut me off and told Don C and Happy, John, Mike Love is not a part of the circle. And he even mentioned my name in an interview like 10 years ago. He was interviewing with DJ Ferris, and my name came. He dropped my name in the interview. So you could kind of see me getting a little frustrated at the point, at the fact that what he knew that I didn't know, in my stubbornness, is that Through the Wire was the song that created the Kanye West story, and I did not get behind that. I did not support it, and he was putting that in my face, like, bro, you didn't support that.
To the dirt before Through the Wire.
Oh, speaking of that, let's play that Dirt McGirt right now.
That's it.
The,
That's it. That's what's
Keep
up.
the Receipt.
Keep the receipt.
Now that's a song right there that I don't support. Was I supposed to say that and shit? I don't like this song and shit.
In what way? I mean, was it a record you recorded and you just wasn't feeling it
I just
after a
feel
while?
Like, I don't know. That's people come to me. They say that's their favorite record and shit. Now I can't do the industry shit or whatever. And I gotta tell you, honestly, like, I feel like it's a record that I felt like DJs would play.
Uh-huh.
But because niggas is not understanding the other shit I was trying to do, like dying and rapping from your heart with your mouth wired shut. DJs, a lot of DJs didn't understand that. There's other DJs that was like, yo, I mean, Through the Wire is cool, but that Keep the Receipt, man, when you come with that's the real hit. I'm like, damn, that was a real hit to me. Like, just to say that, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just on some different shit. Like, I got songs talking about Jesus on my tape where I talk about how niggas say you can't talk about Jesus. You know what I'm saying? I say to the hustlers, killers, murderers, drug dealers, even the strippers, Jesus walks with them. To the victims of welfare, for we living in hell here. Hell yeah, Jesus walks with them. Now hear he, wanna see thee more clearly. I know he hear me when my feet get weary, cause we're the almost nearly extinct. We rappers is role models, we rap, we don't think. I ain't here to argue about his facial features or here to convert atheists into believers. I'm just trying to say the way school need teachers, the way Catholic needed Regis, that's the way I need Jesus. So here go my single, dog, radio needs this. They said you can rap about anything except for Jesus. That means gun, sex, lies, videotape. But if I talk about God, my record won't get played. Huh? Well, if this take away from my
at this point,
spins,
Kanye, Jesus Walks isn't even a song. That's why he's spinning.
And bring the day that I'm dreaming about. Next time I'm in the club, everybody screaming out, Jesus walk. So niggas don't, I mean.
And it's hot, but it's over a dope beat. You know what I'm saying? It's not like you rapping it a cappella. I mean, I heard the snippet on the Academics mixtape, and this shit is hot. You can't, niggas ain't gonna deny whatever you talking about, whether you talking about Jesus or the devil. If the shit is over a hot beat, motherfuckers is gonna feel it. And that at the end of the day, that Jesus Walks, the snippet, I was mad because I was like, what the fuck? I was like, did this shit go off? I was like, did it accidentally cut off? Like, I was literally looking for the rest of the fucking song because the shit was hot. So I'm going to hear what you talking about later, but the beat definitely knocked me out. And that's what it's all about.
No, it's not. It's not all about that. It's about what I'm saying, too.
I mean, I'm not denying that. I'm not denying that.
I got a good basis because I'm on Rockefeller and I'm known for having good beats. To make people want to hear what I got to say.
Right.
But then if people just stop and listen to what I got to say, I got some different shit to say that niggas ain't touching on that will touch people though. You know what I'm saying?
No
so
doubt.
I feel like that's very important too. I'll just use this as a basis to get to the point to express that to motherfuckers.
For sure.
Because I choose my words very wisely. I ain't rapping just to be rapping, just to fit in with motherfuckers. That's what's the difference between me and I guess when people say the average producer rapper or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to just ride to the beat. I'm trying to say some shit that niggas feel, or a lot of times I laugh to keep from crying. Like it'll be something that's so fucked up, but I'll just make a joke out of it.
Right.
In order so people to accept it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
for sure.
Niggas, when I first started making beats, Aaron used to tell me, Aerostar, who taught me how to rap, was like, and I hope I'm a good enough student by this point and shit, because I know my raps be here and there still. But he used to tell me, man, as a producer, you're going to have to make a specific style to get a name. Right. And I had a specific style, and I got my name after other people started biting it, and you would hear they shit and still say my name.
For sure.
Now, I'm telling you right now, 2003, niggas is going to be biting my fucking rap style and what I'm rapping about.
For sure.
And then once that happens, y'all going to be like, yo, Kanye made a name as a rapper with a specific fucking style that niggas is trying to take his shit now.
Right. So do you think people deny that?
Yeah, hell yeah.
All right, so he can't deny that. I just wanted to jump in and say that everything that he said, I used that snippet on the mixtape, and he said it in 2003. That he was going to be a rapper that people would bite his style, and that was hard to see from where I sat in 2003, but it certainly became the truth.
Yeah, they deny it. That's the number one thing that I got up against me. My two number one things is that I don't shoot people and that I produce before I rap. So niggas don't want to fuck with it because, hold on 1 second. Yo, Common, what up? What up, man? Yo, I'm giving an interview right now on GCI and shit with Mike Love right now as we speak on the air. Hey, Common said, what up, y'all?
What up, nigga? Tell him to come down so we can record his shit for the mixtape, too.
Yeah, Mike Love wants you to come down here. Okay. Hold on, let me write this down. I got a pen.
Oh, I got one right here.
Hold on.
Kanye
Right.
taking a call from Common in the middle of our conversation, but who wouldn't pick up the phone
Oh, I ain't gonna say this out loud.
in 2003?
Mhm.
Common.
409. Okay. Hello, what'd you say? All right, look. Yeah, we working on Common next album right now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and
Does he have like actual songs complete, or did you just hit him with some beats and he's like, listen
no,
to
we
beats
starting on
and-
the songs right now as we speak.
Okay.
It might be a little premature, but when I was in the studio with him, out of all the shit that I'm doing, Britney Spears, Janet Jackson, who else we got this year? John. Oh, Alicia Keys, Carl Thomas, Eve. Oh yeah, the new Backstreet Boys coming out.
That's crazy.
I mean, out of everything I got, the most important thing that I'm doing this year is the Common Sense Project.
Wow. Okay.
Cause you know that's Chicago right there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And Common is one of the greatest rappers of all time, and I'm aspiring to be a adequate producer.
Right.
And you combine that, and it's like I think we can get 5 mics easy.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? We'd be like the Bulls and shit.
You in
the
Common,
second
or
year.
you mean you with the College Dropout?
Nah, it's gonna be hard for me with the College Dropout. I ain't gonna get 5 mics the next time around.
I feel you. They ain't gonna give no brand new artist 5 mics
Nah.
right off the bat.
Not
I think they did that with Outkast. Or they
No,
got
only
4.5.
person they got off the back was Nas.
Nas, you right.
Yeah.
You right.
But now Common, because he's established and I'm established.
Remember when mics
we
were
coast
important?
that. We get
It's
6 mics easy.
2002,
6 mics. So how many
2003.
joints do you think that you might do with Common?
Man, I hope I could do as many as possible. I just
No
pray
doubt.
I could do as many as possible.
No doubt. Have you worked with him? I mean, outside of, will this be like your first time actually collaborating on something?
Yep. This is the first time me and Common started working. That's because we was on tour together and we just sit backstage, just get to talk, and I tell him some of the ideas, and he'd be like, damn, this nigga ain't as commercial as I thought he was.
Who, you or?
No, that's what Common would be thinking. He's like, man. He started looking past all the jury and shit.
Right,
You know what I'm saying?
right. So his
And I look past like the castaway beard and shit.
and the tight shirts. Well, you in the style and fashion, so you could probably appreciate it somewhat, right?
Yeah,
Where he was going.
that's what I told Common. I was like, yo, man, sometimes we be like picking out the same shit, and that scares me. That makes me think I'm going down the wrong path.
You ain't fuck with Erica, have you?
Nah, come on, that's his girl. Man.
I was just playing, man. You know, adding on the little joke and everything.
Yeah.
But so the production and what you're doing on the mic is like going hand. Well, I shouldn't say hand in hand, because right now your focus from the article I read in Double XL, it's like your number one thing, and this is what you was touching on before you got the phone call. Your main thing is Kanye West, the MC,
Yeah.
and you feel like you're not getting the respect from the people around you, at the Rock or whatever, as an MC. Is that only because?
Well, I get the respect from certain artists at the Rock.
Mhm.
Every now and then it'll be a really established artist that be like, yo, I fuck with you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I mean,
Why do you think that is, man? Why do you think that it's been so hard for the team that signs you to respect you that much more as an MC, more so than a beat maker?
Man, whatever thoughts I might have is not finna help my album sales. So
No, fuck that, man. Fuck that.
Yeah, fuck that.
Don't bite your tongue now. I mean, if you're gonna say what you're gonna say, you know what I'm saying?
I'm not even biting my tongue. I'm smarter than I was yesterday.
Which means
So I'm trying to sell my records. It's Rockefeller family for life.
okay.
So
So
all I got to say about that.
So let me not speak against that,
That's
because
all I had to say. Now, I'll tell you one thing though. If people actually like my raps, that's dangerous right there. Cause then I got like a monopoly. It's like you don't need any other, you know what I'm saying?
right.
Like the second Pharrell like front and broke, That's dangerous right there.
No doubt.
Because that nigga can just lock himself up like for 2 years like a prince, like this, and put his elbows like this. And if you can't get in contact with him, only way that you gonna contact that nigga is the fact that he got all them fucking radio slots.
Right, for sure.
And he, you know what I'm saying? That's dangerous. Like if I could sit up there by myself and rap on a beat that I did in the studio by myself and
Right.
shit, you know what I'm saying?
So what do you think is gonna take for that to happen? Do ears need to open up more? Is it something that you need to do on your part? Is Through the Wire part of making that change or what?
Yeah, I feel like that was a groundbreaking record for me, a groundbreaking record for hip hop, a groundbreaking video. Like I love the Andre 3000 video, but I'm so mad at it because I was just shining and shit. Niggas like, man, that's the best video I ever seen. Oh shit, look at this Andre video. That's the best video I ever seen right there.
Right.
That fucked me all up.
That's the Hey Ya video he's talking about.
So I think this is just where it's starting. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get
Right.
better and better, make
Right.
better and better songs.
No doubt.
Because I'll never be able to rap at the skill level as a Jay-Z or a Twista.
Mm-hmm.
So I just got to focus on making really good songs. Hopefully I can follow in R. Kelly's footsteps in that path. You know what I'm saying? Like he don't sing like Luther Vandross.
Right.
But he just got the game on smash, just work every day. My main thing is just work, be creative every day. Whether it's coming from like designing video treatments or designing logos or me, Don C, and John helping this Japanese clothing line out.
But you got your own clothing line coming now, man?
Nah, you know what though? I hate to say anything like that because that's so cliche. Every time I see anybody, it could be DJ never heard of MC Slapper Hole, whatever, and they'd be like,
everybody.
man, G, I get the album coming out, but then I got the double album, then I got the soundtrack to the movie I wrote, and we're gonna be rocking the clothing line I just came up with in the clothing, and why everybody got the trilogy? The album,
line.
the movie, and the clothes and shit.
Why do you think that is, man?
I guess niggas be trying to expand and make more money because, you know, they just drop CDs down to $10. Producers ain't making no $250,000 a beat no more. The most, the niggas is lucky to get 50 here and there. But niggas in the mixtape, they're here and be like 50. And they thinking about 50,000 differently.
Right.
Than the way I think. They think about 50 like if they got 50,000, that's $50,000 right there. What?
You went from broke to 50,000.
You know what I'm saying? But if I get 50,000, that's legal fees,
Right.
management,
Right.
assistance. You gotta pay people that work for you, bills. You got,
Right.
you know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Cost of living, airplane tickets, shit. You know what I'm saying? Just to keep the work going.
Right.
Equipment. So it's not all it's cracked up to be. Like me and Pharrell was saying earlier. This hip hop game, and I don't know if I should say this on tape like this, is ruined more people's lives than it's helped. Meaning, not as far as the music. Like people listen to music, that's a
Right.
beautiful thing.
Right.
But this shit is like boxing. By the
Right.
time niggas be 50, they be fucked up.
Right.
So think about how many rappers there are in the game and shit, and then count how many rappers are still here at age 40 or whatever.
Right.
Or could still be
Or-
here and still eating and living.
Exactly.
How many motherfuckers rob banks? How many people is in jail? So many, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel you.
So
He said this before, way before Bump J robbed the bank, right? He said this way before that, right? And Bump J, you know, is an example of, you know, let's get back into what he was saying so he finish his point.
So think about how many rappers there are in the game and shit, and then count how many rappers are still here at age 40 or whatever.
Right.
Or could still be
Or-
here and still eating and living.
Exactly.
How many motherfuckers rob banks? How many people is in jail? So many, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel you.
So
I feel
it's
you.
not that they wouldn't have been in jail if it wasn't for hip hop. It does give an opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm telling you, the chase for that shit
Right.
is like sparring with Mike Tyson. You gotta be able to take them hits to your head. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. It's made you a stronger person over the years. You know what
Definitely. Man, what's so crazy is I know a lot of people look at me because I'm from the suburbs, like, oh, this nigga ain't gangster, blah, 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 blah. But they don't realize I got so much weight on my shoulders that I gotta use this up here to figure out how to carry that.
He's hitting his head.
You know what I'm saying?
Because you can't really hear that.
But I did say up here and shit.
Right.
They use the context clues and shit.
For sure.
So I gotta use this to figure out, like, you know what I'm saying? I can't just pick up this car like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna take the tire off.
Right.
And take, you know what I'm saying? Me moving to New York, that might be taking the tire off.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Then GLC 3 times got 3 verses on my album. That might be me taking the seats out and bringing that with me now.
For sure.
Then when me and John and Don do the label in Chicago, that's the whole frame and shit at that point.
Right.
But I can't just up and take the whole car, you know what I'm saying, lift it up off the ground, you know what I'm saying? That shit got to go in pieces.
Right.
I talk in so many analogies. I wish I could just do a book for analogies shit. I don't be thinking of these. These just off the head. Like freestyle analogies.
Just freestyle analogies. Yeah. I like that.
Yeah.
That's what people are checking for, man. So we checking for the album in 2004. And man, you know, I appreciate you just taking the time out, man, to build and to drop science on this side of the game, man, because a lot of times people don't really see and they don't know what really goes on behind the scenes, man. Like you said, you know, the game is killing a lot of people, and it takes a lot of strength in the mind as well as physical strength to be able to maintain.
It's so hard. It's so hard to maneuver. How do you maneuver in a room full of vultures? I do this for my coach. Oh my God. Like they're saying, Jay-Z is a genius. Yo, any nigga that you see actually make it, like really make it, like you could be talented. If you a dumbass, it's over with for you.
Right.
You gotta be really, really smart to somehow, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. So you almost gotta be a genius in the game to be successful. So
successful. You don't gotta be a genius to be able to rap.
Oh yeah,
you're gonna have to use your head, and you have to listen to motherfuckers. Listen to niggas that you thought you shouldn't respect because of wherever you came from. Oh, we ain't gonna respect this nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But them motherfuckers might know something. God sent a messenger in the form of a goat. You know what I'm saying? So I'll be quick to listen to a nigga that's not even in where I'm at.
Right.
Because they might have some insight that they just been focusing on this so much that they can say this to me, and I take that information in and try to just better myself every day. Not just in the music industry, but just as a person.
Right.
To learn more than I did yesterday. Just like how I'm not going to run off and say, I try my best to not say no stupid shit. I've always been known for niggas love. That's why I'm such a great interview, because I say that stupid shit. You know what I'm saying? But it still might slip out every now and then, but I'm trying to get better and better and better and better every day.
All right, so obviously, one of the things that I say about people is that, you know, the bigger, like, people don't change, they just become the bigger version of what they already are. So you obviously just heard Kanye say, I say crazy shit in interviews in 2003. So now it's 2022. And he is a billionaire, so, you know, it's through the roof. And it's just build and grow. It grew and grew and grew over the years. Obviously, 2004, College Dropout drops, and the Grammys in 05, and, you know, all of the things and all the interviews and, you know, all of the examples over the years. Just as he's grown in status and stature, you know, who he is and how he does business and how he says what he says has grown and changed as well.
It's not about getting on the radio and saying some stupid shit. It's about having some fucking buildings and being able to feed your kids and being safe.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's not about, I'm not trying to walk around with no a lot of bodyguards and all that. That's I'm not trying to give my life up like that. You know what I'm saying? I just still want to go to the movies and chill.
Right.
I know it's going to be time when I'm on TV, of course, it's going to be a little bit more hectic. You know, I said me and GLC went to the Plaza the other day and shut it down. Or have, you know, signing autographs. And that's beautiful, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But the ultimate goal in life is just to be comfortable. Is to raise your position in society, in the caste systems. You know what I'm saying? America's the only place where you could come from nothing and have something at the end of the day. Where you could change, like on night, what's that Knight's Tale, where they say you could change your stars.
Right.
And luckily, like, it's been situations where I was in, like, tax situations, bill situations, where if I ain't had a family like a Rockefeller where they cared about their artists, I'd be fucked up. But them niggas is looking out for their artists and helping each one of them, just like how the Jews do and the whites do for their family, and give them the game. Look, man, you can invest in this. Look, you can do this with. You can put your money on this credit card right here. You don't have to spend it. This will make it. You're not even paying this out. Blah 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 blah. A bunch of shit niggas don't know. Niggas don't know where to go to buy a building, but we know exactly where Jacobs is. That shit is just like. You know what I'm saying? I'm a matter of fact. In the next video, my video is just gonna be based on where to buy houses from and shit. We gonna flip it and shit. Like niggas gonna be turning their jewelry, buying cribs and shit.
That's
niggas do not have no idea about real estate.
Right.
It's not no real estate in the mall, but it's just shoes, Jordans, shit. Niggas to kill each other over, and it won't even be in style next year. You know how people got killed over like Nike starter coats back in the days and shit like that. And oh man, and this city, Chicago, man, it's like it ain't nothing I could say to really change it.
Right.
But all that, the death, man, it's like, it's crazy, dog. This is like one of the murder capitals top 3 every year.
Right.
It's an average of 2 people dying every day. I just can't glorify that, dog.
No
I
doubt.
hate
No
that,
doubt.
man.
No doubt.
Man, we just be looking up with me and GLC come back in town. They be like, oh, we going to do a funeral. Dude, that? What the fuck happened? You know what happened.
So you feel like with every word that comes out your mouth on your album or whenever you kicking something, it has to be something that's going to not necessarily change the game, but it's going to be, like you said, you're looking for MCs to emulate you down the line or try to be. It's got to start somewhere,
it probably
right?
will, because if you're doing something different, if you do something different and you become successful at it, people going to mimic it.
No doubt.
You know what I'm saying? Like you got Mitchell and Ness on, right?
Yep.
It's okay. There's Majestics out there mimicking what you doing. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
What you rocking. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So, you got Kanye. What? See, man, I be tempted to say some of that arrogant shit that I know you want me to say and shit.
No, I mean, that's the reason why we even do shit, man. It's like, because we want you to go there and not it just be like the same old interview where it's just like, yeah, Kanye, you got an album coming out. Niggas want to know the other shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I mean, it's good that you doing your thing and you want to teach people, how to work with their money. But on the other side of the game, this is all entertainment too. Yeah. So since I'm really on the entertainment side, being on the radio, doing mixtapes, I'm trying to entertain niggas. Yeah. So I got a lot of editing to do to make this shit hot and make it sound good for a mixtape. Yeah, but at the end of the day, you want
something. Not entertaining at all. That's his problem with
but that's cool because it's still a lot of this shit I can use. Like I'm listening to this conversation as we having it. I'm like, I can use some of this shit for a mixtape. Yeah. Because it's a conversation, because that's shit that niggas don't do. So that's different just in the mixtape. When I had the fucking conversation with you over the phone with the Through the Wire, before I played Through the Wire. No, it was before Through the Wire even came out. Yeah. It was like you was just kicking the verse from Through the Wire. And it was like, that's different from mixtapes, and that's what I was trying to do from the jump, which was something that was like not just new shit, Mike Love, mixtape, Chi-Town, holla, and it's like the mixtapes have some creativity to them. They some nigga that actually put some time in it and all that.
I ain't gonna lie, dog. You make my favorite mixtapes, G. I can listen to your mixtapes all the way through, man. I'm not saying this out of no disrespect to nobody else that make mixtapes. Mm-hmm. You, out of the entire country, I like your mixtapes the best, and I ain't saying that's because I told you this before and shit. I fuck with your mixtapes, dog. I remember the first time that I went somewhere after my accident, we was driving to Vegas, and this nigga old school Ice Green got us lost in them. That's when I found out his directional skills wasn't that good. Greg, where the fuck you at, nigga? But man, your mixtape got us through that. You know what I'm saying? How lost that nigga was. We ain't had your mixtape. I'm like,
you might still be in the desert.
Yeah, no
right
idea.
Now.
Well, I ain't saying that it had like a navigational system in the mixtape or nothing, but I'm just saying that it made the trip not seem as long. You know
no doubt. That's love on that tip, man. I appreciate that.
Yeah, what happened to that boy on that joint? That's the mixtape and had that Boo and Gotti joint.
Oh yeah.
Matter of fact, since we talking about Boo and Gotti, let's play our hometown. My nigga Boo, my nigga Gotti. Let's play one of the joints I did off of their new album right now.
No doubt. Let's do that, man. Mike Love, Kanye West.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's a segue.
Okay. See, there we go. Man, we work so well together. Don't you agree? All right.
Don't you agree?
Okay, check this out, man. Let's just do like right now, just you and GLC. You can do like some straight up mixtape drops
to like give it like a different flavor. So it ain't shit. I mean, it's like this kind of shit come to me like it could be called The Interview. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the name of, I'm not saying for you to say that. I'm just saying that like we sitting here having a fucking conversation like as an interview. Yeah. We could base the mixtape on that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's how I look at mixtapes, and that's why I didn't want this mixtape to just be like, okay, Kanye West does X, Y, and Z drop. It could be like in between the songs. It's like we having a fucking conversation. Okay. Like, and motherfuckers don't do shit like that on mixtapes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it'd be different.
Exactly. It may not be hot, but it'll be different.
It's only. I think shit is only hot when after motherfuckers is biting it. That's when shit is hot.
Right.
Everybody's doing it. Oh, it's hot. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Well, first time I wore a throwback in Chicago, it was just different.
Right. But it was still
five
hot.
Motherfuckers get it. It's hot and shit.
I feel you. But hot can be different is what you're saying. It's like hot can be within different. It just ain't hot for the masses yet.
Right.
I feel you. All right, so let's make this hot.
Hey, and GLC, he had a bunch of homies with him too. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, Leroy. What's all the homies you got with you, G, in the studio?
Leroy G, nigga, what's up? I'm crazy. I snap, nigga, what a hoes. Mike Love, what a hoes.
What up, gang? Man, I'm in on nation business. It's the movement. This Mike Love.
Talking to the mic.
Hey,
man.
how you fit all these motherfuckers in the studio?
Man, you know these niggas be jumping out my bag.
What's up, nigga? Let me get some mic time. Mike Love, what's up? I'm getting mic time, nigga. I'm crazy. I just got a perm and I'm snapping.
Yeah, nigga, you perm, your perm crazy. I need some motherfucking finger wave grease. Mike Love, you know I can get some finger wave grease in Chicago, nigga. I'm crazy.
Man, y'all niggas ain't crazy. Nigga, you out of order. Nigga, shut up. Nigga, say it again. What, mother? Nigga, what?
Man, y'all niggas gotta act civilized in Mike Love's studio, man. This is GCI, man. Take it easy.
Nigga, fuck that. What a hoes. What a hoes, nigga. I go by this formula. Gold plus clothes equal hoes. Now, what a gold and what a clothes? Because I want some hoes, nigga.
Y'all out of order, man. That's all I can say. Yeah, what's up, Mike Love? These niggas out of order, man.
Man, see, y'all, you niggas come up here, y'all bring 10, 15 other niggas.
Nigga, we'll come anytime. Special invite, nigga.
See, that ain't even necessary,
nigga,
man.
I ain't VIP, I'm all access.
Nigga, come on, man.
No, fuck it.
Man, these niggas out of order, man.
All right, man, these niggas gotta go,
Where
man.
could I get a piece of puff, nigga? Say something else.
Obviously,
Nigga, that's
this
why
is
you eat hells with no sauce, nigga.
obviously this is GLC doing
It's
a whole
some
bunch of
motherfucking
characters
rap, man.
randomly.
Mike Love.
None of this made the mixtape, but it was random.
Okay. All right, man. This is what I want you to do. Just the generic shit now, man. Just this Kanye West. You checking out my man Mike Love. It's the Mike Love show shit. You know what I'm saying? Just freestyle it. Yeah, just freestyle it. But you just in the mix with my man. I'm not in the mix, but
We're in the mix.
yeah, we're in the mix with my man Mike Love.
Yo, this Kanye West Chi-Town stand up. Damn, I always be fucking these up. Ludacris is so good at these. I done seen him do it on the phone, like 10 of them, quick
On
as
the
hell.
phone, really?
Yeah, because
Well,
he's
just
a DJ.
use the CD as like a reference. This is the Mike Love Show, the movement.
Yo, this is the Mike Love Show, the movement, and it's your boy Kanye Titter. The Rock is definitely in the building right now. Chi-Town stand up, and he gonna play you some more of this hot shit. Something I produce most likely. So turn on something with one of my beats on it, or at least a beat that sound like one of mine.
Swing at Just Blaze
All right,
even back
now
then.
give me we still in the middle of this Mike Love Show shit. This Kanye West, woo woo woo, yeah.
Yo, we still in the middle of this Mike Love CD, and I know you loving it right now because you not only got, me on it. I mean, that's enough right there.
Now y'all gotta remember this early Kanye. So this is through the wire Kanye. So it's 03. He's not a star. He doesn't have the radio training. He hasn't done drops, as we call them. So he's just, he's not rifling through them as he would do in 04, 05, 06 when, he's the darling, the media darling, and all on everything. But, it's a great glimpse into who he was on September 21st, 2003.
That's hot.
All right, isn't it?
Okay. Right. All right. Just to wrap up, like, we doing this shit for the shot. You can even, just, give you a stance on where you want this shit to go, hip hop or whatever, and, be on the lookout for this or that, Kanye West, the Mike Love Show. Just wrap it up.
Yo, this is Kanye West, and we wrapping up right now. I got an album coming out. It's called The College Dropout, coming out in February. I'm just recap. Damn.
It did come out in February of 2004.
Let me
I'm
see.
not mistaken. Let me look that up.
Yo, this is Kanye West. You just checked out some more GLC shit. That's just forcing you to keep GLC at the end of the tape. Yo, this Kanye West. You just checked out some more GLC shit. That's my first artist coming off Me, John, and Don label. Straight out of Chicago. And
February 10th.
Man, I'm gonna just keep on trying my best to come up with new music, hitting y'all in the head. I don't have shit good to say.
Just big up whoever.
Can you believe it? Kanye West at a loss for words. Again, 2003 Kanye, early Kanye. Put him in front of a mic to talk about who he is and what he's doing. He could knock all of that out. But, struggling through drops a little bit again because he did not have the experience doing that.
Just big up whoever. Just big up the crew and the niggas around you.
Okay. Yo, this Kanye West. You just heard that new GLC shit. That's my artist right there, GLC, the Knockout King. I got a shout out to the nigga taught me how to rap. And don't be, that nigga ain't no good teacher then, because I can rap a little bit. Nigga Arrow Star. Okay, I know y'all heard
That's
some
hilarious.
beats on this mixtape from the up and coming, one of the hottest producers
Hold up.
out of
I gotta
Chicago,
go
Kizo
back.
Kane.
I gotta go back because I do that all the time. Like adding your voice of doing the people's response to what you just said.
Yo, this Kanye West. You just heard that new GLC shit. That's my artist right there, GLC, the Knockout King. I got a shout out to the nigga taught me how to rap. And don't be, that nigga ain't no good teacher then, because I can rap a little bit. Nigga Arrow Star. Okay, I know y'all heard some beats on this mixtape from the up and coming, one of the hottest producers out of Chicago, Kizo Kane.
Shout out to Kizo Kane.
That's dude that be designating driving for us right next to him. Jewel Don C. John Monopoly. I know y'all heard that. Yo, John Monopoly, he told me he signed an autograph up at the GCI seminar. This girl came in. Hey, yo, John, tell what happened. What's the story? What happened then?
I signed an autograph up at the GCI seminar.
Oh, he stabbed with that story, so he made it way more interesting.
Nigga crazy.
He made it way more interesting.
That's about as much as you was gonna get out of John Monopoly. Just him repeat like John would just be so laid back, man. It was not in his personality to like be the center of attention. And when we made him the center of attention on a mixtape, it really made him uncomfortable. I gotta put the screenshot of that mixtape up.
Oh yeah, banging music, definitely Brian All Day Miller.
Brian all day.
I mean, I'm forget motherfuckers and shit. So everybody I forget.
Really dope.
Oh yeah, really though. You seen them dancing up in the Through the Wire video. Don't try to steal that move. That's patented. And I ain't got shit else to say. Mike Love, thank you for letting me do this finally. It's about time you had me on this motherfucker. I mean, it wasn't like it's my fault just because I be in L.A. in studio with Janet Jackson and shit, or just because I be, in New York, Puerto Rico and shit. Act like it's my fault because I be in Miami with Trick Daddy and shit. And I you know what I'm saying?
It's my fault because I don't. So,
Yeah.
I'm glad I'm glad I caught up with you in the shine, man, so we could do it up real big.
Yeah. Yo, I'm gonna give you a different one. Yo, y'all gotta play this right here. This is my record. Oh man, this this one right here. Slow Jams, Twist the first single. I might not even be able to walk outside after this video come out. Sometimes I'll be like up in Virgin Megastore, because that's like my Toys R Us and shit.
Right.
And I'll be going up the escalator and I'll just look to the sky and thank God for these last days where I can walk through the store without getting harassed. You know what I'm saying? I'm grateful for these last days right here. Because after this shit come out,
it's over.
Yeah.
Crazy, right? Crazy that is the truth. Let me take that back. Y'all know I take it back a lot on S.T.E.M research. Let me take that back, because that's facts.
Yo, y'all gotta play this right here. This is my record. Oh man, this one right here. Slow Jams, Twist the first single. I might not even be able to walk outside after this video come out. Sometimes I'll be like up in Virgin Megastore, because that's like my Toys R Us and shit.
Right.
And I'll be going up the escalator and I'll just look to the sky and thank God for these last days where I can walk through the store without getting harassed. You know what I'm saying? I'm grateful for these last days right here. Because after this shit come out,
it's over.
Yeah.
He said it's gonna be hoes harassing. And in December, when the single dropped for Through the Wire and the video dropped, it was a rap. It was an absolute rap. Let me see when it says the single dropped. I gotta see when the video. Twister. That's crazy that this is all pre. This is all pre. Through the Wire, right? All of it. And I was at the Through the Wire video shoot. So Kanye West, the interview. That is it. That is it in a nutshell. Right here on S.T.E.M Research. Stimmy Stems, baby. Stimmy Stems. You already know the deal. That's it. I wanted to go through the mixtapes because, okay, the Kanye West. That's the John Monopoly mixtape that we dropped in 03. That actually came out, I think, before the Kanye, or maybe after, in 2004. Bump J, Quelo, Usher. That had to be 04. I don't know. Yeah, normally I remember everything, years, and I could tie it into something. Common and Kanye, it's 04. Because the food, the original version of the food is on there. And I got that from the movement, who got it from De La Soul's DJ Maceo. And they ended up putting a live Chappelle show. I still hate to this day that they put the Chappelle show version of the food on their CD, because people heard the song first on Chappelle's show and became familiar with it, and like almost demanded that version be the version on the album. It's like, so I still to this day have an MP3 of the food, the original version. A lot of people don't have that because it was never released, and it's on this mixtape. And I remember they played it on GCI. They were like, took it off my mixtape, and it had the Mike Love going in the song. I was like, bro, I could just bring you the MP3. So yeah, Kanye West, man, he dropped a lot of knowledge. He basically said who he was going to be, and became that, and then some. And you got to give it up to him for that, for believing in himself. And like I said a bunch of times, shout out to his team, because people uprooted from Chicago. people like Cootie, and people like God, who else moved to New York? Everybody, right? Everybody. Shout out to everybody that moved to New York to support, their own careers and Kanye's career. Yeah, I can't remember names offhand, but they know who they are, and they're all on the album, right? They're all on the fucking album. Everybody that's on Kanye's album moved to New York to make it happen. So shout out to them, and shout out to Kanye. So it's a very interestingly unique. Hopefully you got a better look into who Kanye West the person was, and what his mindset was in 2003, and how that's grown and changed, and to the point where obviously he's a billionaire. One of the things that they got cut out of my interview with Lee Johnson, and shout out to Lee Johnson for taking the time out to be a part of that. But I could never imagine, like, I was a local celebrity in Chicago in the GCI era, and still to this day, occasionally I go somewhere and people recognize me, and I'm a pretty laid back dude, and I could not imagine, like, I was a local celebrity, meaning everywhere I went locally, people knew who I was, and shouted me out. I can't imagine what it's like to be on that level, but it's something that he wanted. And sometimes God gives you what you pray for in spades, and that's exactly what happened. So big up to Kanye West. Again, a different look, a different kind of a vibe for the show. Hope you got something out of it. Again, I mostly did the show because I wanted the interview to be on YouTube, and I wanted people to be able to go back and listen to it and see what it was like, and see what our relationship was like, and hopefully you got an insight on that. So Kanye West, the interview, the actual interview on STEM Research. We'll get back to the STEMs on the next episode. We'll be breaking down something very interesting. I got some really dope STEMs over the last few days that I'm going to be presenting on the show. Again, trying to get the show back to a regular schedule, but my schedule at work be kicking my ass. So I'll be coming home like not doing the show tonight. But I got an opportunity to do this one. So thank you. Let's jump to the thank yous and let's get the hell up out of here. 2, 3. Oh, thank you to Kanye West for being Kanye West and allowing me to interview him when he was on the verge of being a superstar. He said it himself. Once that Slow Jams video dropped, it was over, and it was over. Shout out to Hustle, Don, John, and Happy. Shout out to everybody that was a part of the putting the making of the College Dropout. Shout out to Lee Johnson, who I appreciate him being a part of what we did today. Thank you so much, sir, for being on here. Who was on that? I got to shout out. Damn. Let me make sure. Jay Ivy. Shout out to Jay Ivy, who was one of the people that uprooted to New York. Not sure if it was necessarily for Kanye, but he definitely uprooted and was a part of that circle. Of course, Cootie, who, man, thank you for putting me in the joint. Appreciate that. Malik Youssef also was a part of the circle of people that moved out to New York as well. So Kanye West, the interview, STEM Research. I'll talk to y'all next time. 8 o'clock Central, Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. 9 p.m. Eastern Time, 6 p.m. on the West Coast. Class is dismissed.